say goodbye to Bergen because we got Maroon Valley coming up next. And from the various quests I've been doing, as well, I think I've just said in one of the episodes, it should be pretty, Hey, wait a second, you couldn't have gotten a generic character with a mustache? And that's like his one distinguishing characteristic. Anyway, it should be pretty obvious what this next area is. Oh, yeah. That's right. I kind of forgot about that. I'm surprised that that's important enough in the story that we gotta kind of put it on hold until we go back there. I mean, not that the quiz is going to be too hard, but do I really need to be joining a guild at this point in time? I mean, it's not even all that important. If I look at here, like, everybody is at least 30 levels higher than me right now. Oh, and also, I thought that it originally stopped at about, like, level 50, because that's what the Taladu Lips quest stopped at. But, going up to, like, 100. Well, whatever. Let's just get this over with here. Hey, it's me again. You know, even when it's just simulated, I still try to go out of my way to avoid interacting with other people. It's just a simulation of a multiplayer game, for God's sake, and I'm still trying to... whatever. All right. Yeah. The guy's got a picture frame behind him. He created volcanoes, etc., and so on. People accuse me of not reading the text. I read all the text on screen. Besides, this is also like the second time I play the game. I mean, I kind of play games in chunks or the entire thing ahead of time before I end up doing videos on them anyway. Just because I don't read it out loud doesn't mean I don't read it. Oh yes, also that's another good point to be making. Well, I mean, if nothing else, you can just go back to the tutorial stuff and just shake your head in a very specific way. Yeah, I don't really think that was diegetic. I know, but I feel like nitpicking nonetheless. It is surprising that people are still not really catching on to the whole speech malfunction thing. I mean, certainly Emily seems to be completely oblivious to it, which is surprising given how much time I spent with her, but only works to my advantage, I suppose. Maybe at some point in time I should just do some amateur voice acting. I mean, the reason that I don't is because it kind of drives me crazy when I see other people do it, but I mean, I hope you're... No. Cutting... do like a fake episode, leave it unlisted where I just voice act everything. Level 75, eh? It's me. I mean, I'm not really sure how I would express that I can't talk otherwise. And of course, Shaggy's the one to figure it out. He seems to be catching on at least a little bit faster than Emily. Just haven't seen him... I mean, I've seen him a decent amount throughout the game, just not too much just yet. And there we go. Still not quite sure. I mean, I still think that there's a chance that Leah might be some kind of AI. This next dungeon is actually the place where I stopped playing the game, kind of on my own. So I don't really know what the story beats are past there. Sort of like how I stopped at, what was it, Mount Bloom in Secrets of Grindia. Going to be kind of playing the game piecemeal in the future, because there's enough content that I want to at least know what I'm doing. But I also don't want to have the entire speculation. Speculation is an important part of doing a lot of the commentary, after all. Hey, we finally get some use for this. Great. Sure, make this extra easy. E represents the square. Like I said, big picture frame. It's a very notable shape behind his head. Create the mountains. And then, what was it? Created volcanoes with, annals. Yeah, I can make another One Piece reference here, but let's be honest, I haven't read that in years. I should catch back up with it. It's a fun comic. I mean, waterfalls is kind of the only reasonable thing, considering black holes are something that exist in space. We're making the Earth here. Unless there's some sort of black hole hanging around here, but I have my doubts. Alright. Yeah, this one could be kind of difficult to answer, but it's reached the highest mountain. I mean, he does the whole mountain thing. Easy peasy. Great. Again, like I said, everybody's 30 levels higher than me, so it's mostly a symbolic thing. Besides, it's not like it's the one that has 4 in it, obviously. It's not like I could join any other guild anyway. I mean, one of the guilds is evil and trying to take over all the smaller guilds or something, and then one of them is a Kickstarter backer reward. That's the guys directly above this area, which I have yet to show off. And again, Kickstarter stuff. At some point in time I will. I mean, I still showed off like the graveyard and the Hall of Memories, whatever it was called in Hollow Knight. And I think I showed off the big monolith thing in the Hyperlight Drifter. Hyperlight Drifter was very light on the Kickstarter backer reward thing, to be honest. Of course, that game also came out pretty early compared to a lot of the other Kickstarter games did. Anyway, this has nothing to do with anything. Again, level 50. Ah, yes. If you've seen the splash screen for Steam, there is one character that I have yet to see so far. I mean, I assume you're playing this game along with me. This 1,000-hour game. I mean, the fact that I haven't updated in like 3 weeks, you're probably way past me at this point. 3-hour episodes are kind of daunting to do. But anyway. Yeah, that's the third dude. Is going to be appearing soon. Tronny. Jeff Bridges, I guess. Also, hey, we got more log off stuff going on. Still, like I said, it's only till the next dungeon, thank you, Unli, for what I know about the game. So, still not quite sure what these cutscenes are supposed to represent. I also should move my cursor a little bit off screen here. Always weird to have that just permanently on there. It bothers me whenever I'm rewatching the videos to make sure they're good. Well, to make sure that they're functioning. Yep, I mean, it was either this or the Last Minute Hero guys, and Of course not. She can't talk. It does seem like they were talking to a real person, so maybe my AI theory is kind of bunk, but I don't know. Speculation feels commentary, I told you. Also, was it me, or did Leah sit in that swivel chair backwards? I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell with the silhouette. I mean, it looked more like I was looking at an iris or something like that, and seeing the development of the game, or maybe the development of whatever sort of memory therapy thing is going on here. Revolutionizing the field wouldn't really... They couldn't possibly be talking about the MMO, because these things seem to exist already. I mean, this seems to be sort of a novel idea. Like, people still talk about old MMOs, but also not like this is the first one. This is you know, a multi-user dungeon, like, literally revolutionary type of a concept of a video game. Hey, plus plus, it's a programmer thing. Also, plus plus would only imply +1. Unless you're looping it twice. Sergey. I mean, really, you should have seen this one coming. Yeah, I know. Don't you remember when you just stopped me before going? Yeah, no problem. And hey, chapter 4. Finally. I mean, it does tell you... No, not that one. It does tell you how many chapters are in the game if you look at the achievement list, but I've entirely forgotten. I think it's something like 10, and some of them are longer than others, where I think like something like chapter 3 is... It's like 3 times the length of the other... Oh, hey, it's that guy. The Misadventures of Tron Bonne. Katron, which also sounds like you're the raid boss in the... What was the bug temple place called in World of Warcraft? Your eyes will explode, and etc. and so on. Also nice Yu-Gi-Oh hair. And gigantic, looks like nuts and bolts type of earrings going on there. Yeah. Like I said, I am fine going about myself. Ooh, fancy. I mean, traditional mage class. I've seen him before. I've played him before. That's usually the type of class that I like to play in a lot of video games, just because, well, spells tend to be the most mechanically interesting thing in a lot of games. Your basic melee is just, you know, swinging your sword, but if you get like a wizard, you can get a lot of weird stuff. I'm mostly talking like, by the way, yes, valley, it's desert area, etc. and so on. As I was trying to imply at the start of the episode, but then got completely off track because, you know. Yeah. It's weird. Do you think that there are people that just have like heat or cold suits or something at home? I'm not quite sure how you interface with this game. I'm sure they said at one point in time, but I do not remember. Oh, should talk to you just to make sure that I get the spice set. Not that I really need it anyway. With the many upgrades that I've gotten over the course of doing all of the quests, I think I'm going to be fine for a while. So yes, we got basic deserty type stuff, and unlike normal deserts in the game, this one is jam-packed full of stuff. Oh, hey. One of the bird people they talked about before. Even though I still thought that these guys were lizards, it becomes a little bit more apparent over time. I mean, for God's sake, the first one you talk to here is bright green. It's way more lizardish. You know, I think they said in this game that despite going around and, you know, colonizing the galaxy, they have not found any life forms, or at least like complex life forms beyond, you know, your basic small organisms, not intelligent life form. So I mean, these guys are entirely fabricated, but it's still interesting. I mean, there's those one logs that I've been kind of grabbing, the mystery logs that have been talking about some sort of war happening in a part of the galaxy for resources. Does make me wonder exactly how much that's going to eventually play into the storyline. I don't think that it's going to matter too much, but it does give an interesting little bit of flavor to the world that this takes place in, allegedly. And it's confusing because, yeah, it doesn't actually take place on Earth, and yet you have stuff like, you know, like apparently France still exists far, far in the future and everything like that. We have not, nationality has not just become one gray mess as people have started to explore the entire galaxy. But I don't know, I mean, it's just, it's kind of questionable as to how much of a... There we go. Easy peasy. Kind of an annoying break to get on those guys, but it's not too bad. And so I'm still kind of interested in how exactly, like, what the world is like outside of this game. Because I do think that just... There are little hints of it, which I can appreciate. It just goes to show you that not only does this game have a lot of content in the game that you're playing, but it also does have a lot of thought in the world that this is taking place in. Now maybe we'll see some later. Yeah, these things don't take a lot of damage until you break them, but then they take a ton of damage. I mean, as per most enemies, it's just annoying because you have to wait for it. Also, studying has become a thing of the future. Okay, and... See, and now she'll never know that Leah can't speak. Now that I got the ability to ask basic questions. Oh yeah, these guys are easy to take care of unless they burrow underground. Then they take forever. Alright, just go around here because, like I said, Botanic Quest is still a priority for me. I mean, even though these things are... I mean, aside from the cactuses, the basic bundles of sticks are pretty much the same that I saw back in Bergen. A little bit of reuse of assets here. Some of them are more interesting, though. Come on, take them down. God. Wait, what? Oh, I hit it up on top of the cliff, which is one of those things that I didn't even know that was possible. Oh, come on. That was possible. Okay, okay. Some kind of fiery bird, this appears to be. Ah, yes. I've been waiting so long. Oh, look at that tutorial. That's what you call good design. It's a virtual world. Come on. It's not even, like, real. What a difficult puzzle. Like, you getting palm apples and vivid water. It's like, come on, this is not all that much of a desert area in some ways. There's a lot more like deserty type of areas, but I guess they come... There we go. But for some reason, they decide to have this one come in first. It doesn't really seem like there's any limit on how instant matter works, so I guess the choice to not have birds just flying everywhere is probably because they're irritating to fight. There we go. Again, fiery birds, and now we get this maroon tree, which I guess does live up to its name. A coincidence? Absolutely. But still, I feel like I need to point it out anyway, considering it is my brand. Oh, I hate these things so much. Enemies here are somewhat irritating to deal with because they got some invincibility, whether it's flying or burrowing into the ground, or just taking a tremendously reduced amount of damage due to, I guess, their chitinous exterior. Oh well, it's not good. Really, as of right now, I'm not going to have too much trouble when it comes to fighting them, as I am pretty over-leveled, given how much I've been, come on, doing prior to this. Comes with the territory of doing, like, every little bit of content you possibly can, as you can. Just asking with Celeste and doing B-sides. You unlock those things so early. Hey, if you didn't want me to do it, if Thorson didn't want me to do them, he wouldn't have let me do them, I guess. How long did it take for Seasides to come around? Okay. Well, I'm going off the edge of the world here like this is, like I'm living in the Golden Sun universe. Anywho. Should be... You know, it's interesting that they even still have the locked chests around here, considering I don't think you could come to this area without getting the key for that. Or at least it would be pretty hard to avoid it if you were, unless you were, I don't know, speed running through the dungeon or something. Is there anything over here? Very fancy palm apple tree, I suppose. Ah, or it would have been two of them if I knew that that thing was over there. Anyway, I guess the new gimmick is that there are these gigantic jump pads going vertically rather than horizontally. And also giant termite mounds. So we've got, I think they're called Tims, actually. They work pretty simply. They just spit rocks at you. They're weak to fire. However, setting them on fire gives them a huge buff. Like, makes it so that they shoot around rocks much easier and in a much more frustrating way. And then there's also these things, which I hate. They are invulnerable for large periods of time. They take a huge amount of damage when you knock them out of their invulnerable period, but they're still frustrating. Also, yes, I do believe they are. Those gigantic worms are, in fact, called Tims, which is... I think they make a point of saying that later on, too. Why? No idea. Interesting mechanics going on here. I like how things work differently, even if they are a little bit more frustrating. If nothing else, the Tims are a good introduction to how exactly the... Yeah. Yeah, you can see exactly what the difference is. How exactly the elemental things are going to be working. Oh, also, a perfectly normal cactus. There we go. Someday I'm going to figure out what the mystery behind those things are. Though the first thing I think of when I see that is like the square watermelon type of things. Yeah, there we go. Can be in for a world of hurt if you don't hit that thing out of its attack. Oh, these are also one of the few enemies that do just automatically attack you on... Ah, damn. That automatically attack you on the world map. Usually you gotta wait until you get into the dungeons for that to happen. Okay, there we go. Bonefish. Bonefish is ready. Yes. I don't know why I thought of that, but just roll with it. Okay, what am I even looking for here? This is definitely the point in time to take a look at the map, just to make sure that I can even know where I'm going. Because I do believe you have to go around the Maroon tree first, before you can get to, what is it, Baki Kum? Something like that. And I can technically just kill this thing without ever having it enter its super phase. It's just, boy, does it take forever. In general, I do like having just regular attack on for the most part. I mean, after all, this is a desert area. I wouldn't think that these characters would be very vulnerable to fire. But definitely can't get away from using this new ability that you got in the last area. No. We're not on a roll. Not just yet. I don't want to be grinding out stuff. There we go. Just yet. I'd rather keep myself topped off on health. Whatever, I'm just going to go. Rather keep myself topped out on health and not worry about having to redo areas than getting as many items as I possibly can. Yeah, I also know about that too. There we go. I don't know if I've ever checked my spam folder. Also, spam folders exist in the future. It's interesting to see what, when you're working with like future times, what is the same. And I guess people are still using email even this far into the future. Oh god. Nope, nope, I don't even care about fighting 4 of those guys at once. It's too annoying. Mm-hmm. Understandably so. Also, I guess Crossworlds is something that just regular people know about. Or maybe they just understood that it was a video game. Yeah, I guess you do deal a decent amount of extra damage, but not a notable amount. Okay, good. And I guess the only way to get... Oh, paw cliffs, because they look like a paw. Also, I did not understand that this was a place you could jump to at first, but thankfully the many NPCs around here do make it very clear. It's not just a little bit of set dressing. Just seeing dudes walk around. I mean, it's something that they learned all the way back in Demon Souls from Soft. Just having the player ghosts do stuff. Because there was a fake one that existed just to show you that you could pull levers, even if you were completely offline. Done to an extreme here, but of course, it's an MMO. Of course, there's a lot of people running through here. Oh yeah, look at that. There's the next dungeon. Looks like a gigantic hourglass, hence the name. Now it does. Yeah, now it doesn't have something to do with time travel. Well, no, it doesn't. It's just a theme. Very hanging Gardens of Babylon type of deal. That's why you got to get into streaming. Yeah, let's just say not really quite sure what's going on in real life. I would assume that Leah's just mostly sitting around watching TV in bed when not in Crossworlds or something. Sitting in like a hospital or something like that. Like I said, I don't really know what she does when she's offline. It's that sort of a hypnospace outlaw type of deal. Only thing that matters is the game. Let's go. Hello. I mean, I know, I can clearly see how to do it. Sure. I mean, you see this? These are those little shade things. And yes, I did forget to show me unlocking the red shade because I was getting a treasure chest last time, but still, that doesn't mean that that it stopped being a thing. Nice, easy teleports around. I'm not going to argue. So you got like 3 distinct areas, despite being a big, barren desert. Like sandstorm area, oasis area, and regular desert. That's it's just so on the nose, it's ridiculous. Ah, there we go. That was fine. The enemies are frustrating, but they're not terrible. I mean, everything was built by humans, but, you know, splitting hairs. Oh, well, there's a little bit of dialogue there. Yeah, a little bit furrier around the eyes. You can see that these guys are supposed to be more bird-like. You know, there's something that I just realized right now. I can go make that drill, which I got all the stuff for in the last episode and completely forgot about. Oh, I know what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, that. No, nothing? Fine. Oh, and I do want to make sure that I talk to every single one of the every single one of these NPCs, because they do get added to your one of the records here. Trader book, yeah. Just for future reference, because I do think that's going to be important. And also appears to be another one of the, I guess, founders of the world. Maybe Spheromancer this time, because they got a big circle around their head. I suppose we'll see. But first, before I get too into looking around, looks like there should have been at one point near the Maroon tree, but yes, anyway. Yeah, so there'll be plenty of time to do quests later. Let's get on with the plot for right now, because I do know what's going to be coming up here. There's a preview. Besides, like I was saying, please don't be a Bob Ross reference. Please don't. No. Ah, damn it, it is. Hi. Yes, you have a unique portrait, I can tell. Seen it. All right. And then everybody walks up to accept the task. I was like that. That's a little bit of, yeah, that's a thing. Although, really, let's be honest, most people wouldn't even listen to the dialogue. They would just walk right up to the person, take the quest, and then book it on out. Because you want to do the temple. Come on, gotta get up to max level so you can do all the raids. Start working on your best in slot stuff. All right. Easy enough. Oh, okay, sure. Yep, that's a balcony. Wink, wink. That's even possible. You know, one of the things that I did see is that there's going to be a big update for this game coming out soon. I saw it because the patch notes were called highlights. So it makes me wonder if we are going to be getting too much more dialogue in the future. I guess it's going to be a fleshing out of, well, putting in like a proper final dungeon of the game, as well as increasing the quadrilateral city? What are the big cities called? Okay, after the cutscene's over, I'll look at it. Which I guess I didn't realize that this was still a work in progress type of game. It seemed like it was mostly, I mean, I guess maybe it's mostly done, but they just wanted to do a little bit more. Now that you can do patches so easily, why not? So, yeah, I mean, maybe I will happen to see that before. I mean, if I don't take 3 weeks between doing a single episode, see that. Can't do what? It was faster than last time. So the truth has been revealed in a coma, and I think that was Shizuka there. So, Now, there is a question of, is that actually what's happening? If we're working with the whole AI thing, but it doesn't... I feel like that's probably true, and besides, like I said, none of these cutscenes really seem like they're indicating that it's not. To be honest, though, I am kind of enjoying playing Crossworlds more than like the figuring out what's going on with the actual like plot in the game. So, we can take our time and play this game as much as we want before anything really important starts to happen. Understandable. Ah, yes, Cthulhu. Really should have given her the ability to say yes and no. But hey, at least you get a lot of work out of the headbanging sprites. If you happen to go to any metal concert, it's going to be extremely well prepared. All right. Well, I mean, I think that pretty much what I should do is probably get all the way to the dungeon and then come back and do all the quests, because I guess that would be the normal progression of things. Why not? Also, hey, yeah, I was saying in the temple that it seems like it's been a while since I've seen some of these things. Now they're appearing to keep me from doing quests. Cool. Anyway, easy enough to get back over here. And this is obviously still part of the main plot type of... Hi. The main plot type of questing to do right now. Oh, right. North. You didn't say that. I swear I do read this stuff. It's just, man. You'd think that if you scrolled up enough that it would just go to the other map. But fine, fine. Hello, it's me. I mean, hi. Nods. Ellipses. Ellipses again. How? There's your voice acting. No, she's got some stuff to do. Does everyone in the Hexacast have one of those gems on their forehead? Don't think I've met another one yet. It seems like a lot of people choose to go for the tri-blader or quadra thing. Or at least they have the most notable outfits. The ones that are very memorable due to how absurd they look. No, well, there is a reason why you might want to go and do some other stuff with Tron, whatever his name is. Specifically, if I go to... do a little bit of this. No? He should have stuff to say about, like, every one of the enemies you fought so far, right? At least I swear he did. Well, I mean, everything is simulated. So that, yeah, I mean, I guess I should probably, you know, go and get all of his dialogue just because, well, kind of going 100% and all that. But I can do that a little bit later. He is a very practical-minded guy, which I can appreciate. That sort of a level of nitpicking. I mean, certainly when I started this series, I was doing the exact same thing. And now here we are. A mini-boss, you could call it. And bring its head back. Damn it. Every time. I mean, they did carefully craft the area. Apparently, Leia carefully crafted the area, given that face. Yeah, hexacasts, again, work mostly like everything else, but hey, the spells seem to be a little bit more showy compared to the Pentafist stuff, given what I've seen so far. Magic Missile, for example, shooting all over the place here. This is definitely not a place to go for rank. And in fact, might be worthwhile to try to use some of the buffs that I've been neglecting for a little bit here. And there we go. Yeah, it should go without saying that the red cave worm is going to be a little bit troublesome to fight. It is quite gimmicky, all things considered. I don't know, I was wondering that as well. Okay. Should probably focus on one at a time here, I guess. Just to be careful. Sandworms, like I was saying, once they get that buff, it really does up their damage quite a bit. And especially in these small, confined areas, it's not very easy to dodge them sometimes. Alright. Did want to check around to see if there were any extra chests around here. I was getting pretty close to missing some of those in the Bergen Trail because they're so... Come on now. Okay, fine. I can take you out first. Like the goat cave specifically was kind of funky as far as getting one of the final chests that I was missing there. Okay, come on. And much like having a real party member, sometimes the aggro can get a little bit strange. Earthworms still exist this far into the future. Wonder if they bring those to new planets. I mean, I guess like terraforming is so common that you can just do it as part of a video game. But still, it's like, how do you choose what sort of animals that you're going to be bringing along to a new world? Oh boy, and you can already see from this arena that it's going to be real great. Yeah, just keep going for Cathan. Makes it a lot easier for me. I mean, it's at least a pretty straightforward area. You just go from one place to another, fighting them so many sandworms. At least until I really need to teleport in here for that. This happens. You think it's a red sandworm? Come on. Okay, so we get like a little bit of an auto turret while I dealing with smaller sandworms down here. Should be pretty obvious how this goes soon enough. And you know what? This is about the point in time for... give me that cool blazing bun. Now, I do want to be careful because I am taking a lot of damage here. Yeah, okay. So give me the mega sandwich. I don't even know what a mega sandwich could possibly be, but I don't really want to speculate on it. I assume terrifying. Yeah. If you spin off there, you can't really plan for your ira. All right, come on. Let's just keep rolling on here with the super sandwiches. You do got to remember that I do get a heal after beating at least one of the phases. That is an important gimmick with this. Oh boy, I can't believe how poorly this is going. Give me that, like, chili dog? Cold resistance. Oh, sure. You know what? Max HP up is probably not a bad idea. That flamethrower does not go as far around as I would like it to. Oh wait, you're not actually on fire, right? You would not be doing all that well in NBA Jam, which is something that I always say every single time something starts on fire. And it's not going to stop anytime soon, let me tell you. Give me that good HP regen, please. It's so good at hitting me. I am mildly perturbed at how great that thing's aim is. Yeah, just keep going for him. Of course. But thankfully, once you get him down... Okay, now it's at least going moderately well. Oh. I had an easier time against the boss of the previous dungeon compared to Tim. Boss of the previous dungeon compared to this guy. Ah, yes, the theme of Emily. Sounds like a Paper Mario character. Ah, whatever. It takes like 10 minutes to do. It's fine. All right, and pretty much at this point in time, I think I'm probably... Because this is the last thing you need to do to get into the dungeon, if I'm not wrong. Oh, hey, it's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, it's like I think that might be the last thing to do before the dungeon, so I'll probably just end up this episode with a... there we go. With a bunch of quests going on here, as per usual. I mean, what better way than to just stop the game and start doing a bunch of mostly inconsequential quests. Some of them kind of fun, a lot of them kind of just, they're there. Yes, great. I mean, to be fair, that's what worms do. Cool. And there's Emily. Kind of hard to say exactly how much time has passed since the beginning of the game. No, we're not going anywhere slowly. Never. You've seen the stuff I do. Ain't doing anything slowly. And if it even starts to get slow, that's when editing comes in. Maybe when you get like some sort of electric ability, you can shoot that. I mean, there does seem to be like attached to a bunch of, I don't know, lightning rods? Or something like that? Ah, who knows? Really not all that much smaller than anything else, but sure. Alright, quest hub then, I suppose. And it said meet in front of the quest hub, and oh, here we go. Oh, this guy's here. And I'm pretty sure I know who else is going to be appearing soon enough. No. Yeah, but you know, it was... I mean, it was honestly not all that much of a duel. Basically, I had to tie one hand behind my back there. And... oh, I actually did manage to get away. All right, then. I mean, I guess the basic assumption would be that, you know, you don't need the fruit, which is why they don't tell you about that. Don't tell you that they have wheat for sale. Yes, we've seen it before. Oh, that one's easy to do. I'm doing it right now. All right, there we go. I agree. No, even with projectiles, they have their own versions of that, which tend to match and maybe even exceed some of the ones that I've been using. Well, let's just say that I'm going to have to go do another duel. No, wait, that's pretty much the exact... yeah. Yep, got a third one now. I mean, it's only the second dungeon. It's not really all that impressive. If I was really booking it through the game, I would have gotten here pretty fast. Here I am. Look, it's gonna be easy, but still. And this time I will not take off all of my equipment before fighting him. It is going to be the bloodbath that it always should have been. You know what the PvP duels are like. He now has the ability to fire, but that's not really that big of a difference, let's just say. I mean, he's some guy. You pretty much got the entire gist of his whole shtick right there. Hooray! Of course, and as soon as I get to the temple, it's already back to only a single player again. I still got that whole... I'm not quite sure if it is a real race or not, but it's something I should look into at some point in time. Because I was told that there are 2 things in this game that are dependent on you, like, winning, which is basically you have to win all the duels. Yes, there's more than one, obviously. More than 2, in fact. Not that I've seen the 3rd one just yet. And then there's something else, and that might be the races through the various dungeons. Hooray! Tree status defended. And I guess you just jump on top of the pillars from right here. Probably going to need to do that to get a chest soon enough. But as it is, at least with 3 party members, it's going to be pretty easy to do all of the various quests coming up here, which are going to be starting right now. Or, well, after this. Right, got to talk to the statue first. Again, it's only the 2nd area. I think that also opens up a couple things in the sphere grid that I forgot the name of as well, but for right now, to just open up the way to the dungeon. Told you, gotta hit max level. Do them raids. Yeah, we'll do that. Yes, but first. Not that it really matters. I'm gonna go with all 3 of the party members that I got right now. Because come on. Okay, just so that I can actually get the little cutscene for this. There we go. You just teleport right down there. But first, many quests to go. It's pretty much going to be the same thing as the previous couple times, where you got like the police quest, you got the collect a bunch of stuff quest, and somewhere around here should have Cat Dakar. His name is Cat Dakar. Yeah, after recording for an hour or so, brain gets a little bit scrambled, so I just took a break there. Anyway, Dr. the Sergeant here, who is, I guess, quite the story character. Look at that gash on his head. Do the police quest first, because I always forget about turning this thing in, so I might as well kind of clear it out first. I mean, much like the other police quests that I did, it's not so much about killing a bunch of animals or, you know, collecting a bunch of junk. This one is, what is it? I think it's catching a thief in the market. There we go. Simple enough. But is going to require a lot of talking to people. No, it's not just one quick thing where you find somebody that's stolen some stuff and it's over. And all the quests are all pretty involved after all. It's a lot of work that went into each individual part of this game. It's always kind of surprising. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I don't really have too much else to do right now. Besides, I'm doing all the quests. Yeah, Bilstein. You might have actually noticed him. He's just right in the middle of town, looking all over the place. I mean, it's not like the market is super huge anyway. You can pretty much get the lay of the land by standing right here. A nice mustache, by the way. I mean, I guess if you're in the police force, you do need to have a good mustache. It's kind of one of the more notable parts of police work. So in other words, you're very bad at your job. Space racism. Or spacism. Well, it just sounds like you're racist against space. But still. Okay, resident Shad. Yo. Pretty much all the Shad that do not have any... I mean, I think pretty much what you're looking for is, if you want to find a merchant, they got the little hollow display in front of them. And everything else is just a bunch of NPCs around here. I mean, I'm a fan of rectangles, too. You know, they're the four-sided shape. Pentagon's pretty cool, too. Is there... I don't know, how involved could those possibly be? Maybe the stealing is happening down here, considering there's these whole barriers in place. Well, anyway, aside from talking to polygons, what's going on over here? You know it. I can understand that. You either have a super incompetent or, considering that he does not seem to be a very nice person, the ringleader behind the entire thing. Come on. It's not like it's much of a mystery here. If you are space racist, you should know that I'm going to be coming after you. Alright, and you. Yes, yes. Very suspicious. And you might have noticed that he is... Well, first off, yeah. He is looking around all over the place. And that is, in fact, a mechanic. Silly as that is. Yoink. Some very smooth moves later. Yeah, that solar farm place didn't really seem like it was all that notable, but... Well, as it turns out, with all those solar panels everywhere, it does make for... quite the arena. Let's go talk to this guy. Perfect for kiting around enemies, eh? Yeah, I could have talked to this guy earlier, I just forgot. I don't think he says anything because, you know, his name is Dork. I didn't even realize that. What even? What? He's a bad guy? Oh man. Oh man. How surprising. Leia, how many times have you seen this? Like, come on. Huh. So he was actually going to give himself up. That's a first. Guess that's what was happening with the illegal turrets from earlier. Yeah, I mean, well enough. Done it plenty of times before. Well, what do you expect him to do? Oh yeah, I got a little bit of a gimmick here where this thing shields the other enemies and you have to pretty much bust it up so that they are no longer, well, shielded. It's actually not too difficult, though, given that it takes quite a while for the shields to come back up. Given that, you know, he would otherwise be incredibly irritating. In other words, I don't really think that this is going to be nearly as difficult as, say, the worm battle that I was up against previously. You know what? Whatever. I don't even care all that much about the shield. I can just bust my way through that easy enough anyway. And yes, no longer shielding stuff, much easier to kill this thing. Which, to be honest, is kind of surprising that you're even going to bother with it anyway. But then, of course, going to have to deal with Bilstein first. Yo. All right, fair enough. I don't know if I'm going to go confront him immediately here, but at least for right now, that'll end this one. Credits 5,200. I currently have, what, 120,000. Oh, man, I gotta start spending some of this money. And like I was saying, I do have to go get the drill back from the OG city around here in one way or another. Oh, I can't even talk to you? Ah, come on. Boy, monocle. Do people even wear monocles these days? Feels like that's a piece of eyewear that you just don't see at all. Like, it's meant to denote class, but that's about it. It's like a top hat, pretty much. Nobody wears it unless they're doing a period piece type of thing anymore. Of course. I mean, I have already done pretty much this exact quest before, so yeah. No problem. All right, I'll prepare to complain about as much as I possibly can. I love doing that. Then I believe you're the last of them here. Joel. I never really thought about that all that much, but it's like, you know, I do have somebody in the party named Emily. Names haven't changed all that much in 1,000 years. Something that I'm realizing more and more as the game goes on. Yeah, I don't think I ever actually did this quest because it is an explosive helper. I'm not, I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it for the old bones. Gotta get them bones. But I guess blowing them up will work. Yeah, of course. As you do. It's a very classic Zelda type of thing where you explode rocks on the top of, on the back of enemies. And besides, they already had the whole bomb system in place and everything like that. Of course, they're going to be using it again. All right, let's continue on here. Actually, I should go check in the quest hub to see if I got anything else going on first. Like I was saying, I know the Cat in the Car one is going to Now, the Cat in the Car one is going to be soon enough, but I gotta go find that guy first. And that will be probably... probably something to save for next time, since I don't even know if I can get to the area. Much like the previous time, where I was going up against the DJ Penguin, I guess? I think that you probably need to have whatever the ability you get from the... I should check around for these other buildings first. You need whatever ability you're going to be getting from the dungeon before I can even, well, do anything with that. NPC area. No, I don't really need much of anything. I mean, is this... I guess this is technically level 27, but come on. I gotta use my weird skates for stuff. Anything up here? Looks like there might be, but... Nah, I guess not. Okay, well, anyway. Any other areas that I want to check out? Nope, both of these are behind my locked doors. I guess before I start running out into the desert, I can kind of check up top here. I'm sure. Oh, I can just barely see that. Unfortunately, can't really open it up right now because that's a little bit too advanced of a... Hey, there we go. A little bit too advanced of a treasure chest to get at this point in time. Oh, the meme shop. Gotta go check out that thing. But first, you guys got anything? No? No? Okay. You never know. Never know. So there's another one of those mysterious logs. I am interested in, like, the whole story, but I kind of want to wait until I, well, get the whole story before checking it out too much. I'm guessing right here. Yep. Okay. Easy as that. I'll be getting that later. And apparently it looks like I got to go around the other direction before I can even start to open up these many, many chests that I'm about to... Don't worry, we got that section coming up as well. Very soon, unfortunately. Oh, you know, I never checked in with these people. The table-sitting person. Oh, and there we go. Continuing to sit on tables. And you got anything? Because I do think that the actual area that I want to get to is above this place rather than going from the top of the other building. Seeker senses? Wait a second, I didn't get that like as part of the lore. Explain to me exactly what that is. Well, anyway, on to here, and then I want to say that I can just... Hey, if Apollo can do it, I don't really see why I can't. Anyway, that is to get at least one chest and some nice bushes, but also I do think that just being able to jump over here, yes, will give me access to this part of the market, which is kind of what I was looking for there. It's interesting that you got part of the town that you need to unlock, but hey, what are you gonna do? And you are exactly whom I am looking for. The drill stone is gonna be a little bit frustrating to get, but the core drill and spiral gem I do have the stuff for. Oh, it's the island glider, guys. Yeah, you're opening up trying to expand your place or whatever. Oh, there's Cat in the Car. Yeah, I was looking for you, dude. Yo. Well, you have a rare talent of hanging out in places that are kind of hard to get to. Broken sword, no problem. Didn't I give you like a buckler last time? Well, let's at least start off the quest if nothing else. Might make him open up to you. Yeah, I guess that's why we're doing this now. A little bit too high of a level for me to accomplish anyway. Even though I could probably do it. Got enough buffs and everything. Secret passage in the southwest. Well, it does show you... Oh boy. That's gonna be annoying. It does show you where areas you can get to are. You know, other parts of the map. There, that's what I'm trying to think of. No problem. I mean, that sounds like every single piece of bread that I've ever made. I think this isn't a new-ish area, if nothing else. Ah, there is that. Another one of those stone things that I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do with, but that's the second one that's appeared now. I mean, it's not like terrible. In Darkest Dungeon, you can easily build a double party, or well, like quadruple party of just man at arms, and it's not entirely ineffective. Oh, there's where the laser bridge was. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. Well, anyway, right up here should be a newly opened cave to get into. Cat for PUI7? PUI7? I mean, again, it's another one of these cat bots, but yo. For Puit? Pult? Oh, catapult. Catapult. There we go. Got it. Took me a second to figure out exactly what that was supposed to be. Okay, anyway. Pest control and passionate festivities. Well, I mean, it is cat-shaped. Charged range attacks. Okay, so the ability to explode bombs after they are shot out by shooting them with a charge attack is, in fact, a mechanic to be used here. I noticed that in the dungeon, and somebody pointed out some good places that I could have used it, and I didn't realize it. Anyway, highly refined movement algorithms. Now, given some of the pathfinding that I've seen so far, might have to take a little bit of umbrage with that statement, but at least it hasn't, dogs. Anyway, but at least it hasn't, been a problem yet. So what do I just shoot you? Yep, there we go. I was thinking that it was just going to shoot out bombs automatically occasionally, but that's fine too. And there we go. Hiding intensifies. Yo, give me a bomb here, dude. Hey. Yeah, not too difficult at all, but I'm sure that as we get a lot more enemies coming in here, it's not going to be nearly as friendly. Hence catapult, I'm going to be relying on you here. Please. And there it is. Okay, so those things do explode. They're not entirely, come on. Not entirely helpless. That said, it ain't too bad. I think as long as we're not fighting like 10 of these things at once, which might be happening soon enough. Yo. I said yo! Come on, man. Thank you. To be honest, as far as using bombs goes, this is not nearly the same level of frustrating that some of the things in... Ow. I was just praising you. Do you mind? Did you have to throw a bomb directly into the middle of the entire group? Alright. Saw this coming. I mean, the exact same thing happened in the dungeon where suddenly there were... Oh, great. Well, at least it's not 10 of them at once. But, yes, what was I saying? Yeah, the exact same thing happened in the dungeon the first time that you saw the, Come on. The flea things. The ice fleas. There we go. Try to avoid getting exploded on this time. Ah! Got it. Oh, look at those pro-level plays. There we go. Well, that could actually just exploded by itself, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. Catapult. Just you and me versus the world, isn't it? If anything, my teammates right now have been perhaps a little bit too overzealous in activating. But I don't blame you for that. I would never blame you, Catapult. I love you too much. 6 left. Not going to be a problem at all. There's going to be like 5 things fighting at once, but I'm not going to be... Oh. There's going to be fighting like 5... What, really? It's going to be like fighting 5 things at once, but that's not that big of a deal comparatively. There. Kind of clear out the left side first, and then from this point, go kill the rest of these things. You know, I wonder how difficult it would be just to get a Catapult as a permanent member of the team. Or maybe just like as like an animal mascot type of deal. Seems like it would be pretty useful if you were to ask me. And there we go. Oh. You know, there are weaker rocks. There are weaker looking rocks around here than that got blown up. Alright, not hit it with a melee attack this time. And then get it hit by the enemies instead. It's a good thing I have so many of these mega sandwiches. There. And of course I faced the wrong direction, but that's not a big deal. And done. Yeah, this was not nearly as bad. I was thinking this was going to be a lot like the one quest down in the mines before, where I was defending a mining operation or something. Which that one, I guess it wasn't terrible, but it was something that the first time I did it, I got pretty frustrated. What do you got? Aged travel guide. I mean, it did say that it was a map of this area around here. Oh, well, back to Yol, I guess. Well, not yet, not yet. Still looking around for the... Oh, I guess I'll deactivate it. Why not? Okay, I thought it was like hanging up there for a second. Yeah, just to put it away. Gotta, you know, shut down your computer after you're done using it and all that. Now, the last thing is I gotta go find that other quest, see... Yeah, I'm level 30, level 28. I mean, I guess I could actually do this. Although I think it's literally impossible right now. And here's the next quest. Got kind of lost there for a minute. Anyway. Now, great, I can complain to you for being late. This is definitely going to be a defend the crate type of thing. Sort of like I did with a tree all the way back in Autumn's Rise. It's beautiful. Oh, okay. Need a bunch of refined... Oh, okay. Again, bunch of junk. I might actually have enough at this point in time. I have been doing a little bit of grinding after all. I mean, it appears that I do. Well, there we go. Mm-hmm. Simple enough. But hey, at least I can knock this quest out immediately. I mean, I was worried that I might have had to go running around. 2 minutes, got it, yeah. Running around finding more stuff. I mean, I still have to go and do the, still have to go and do the Hermit quest, too. Might just wrap that into the chest collecting thing soon enough. Bone-like noises. So are these not actually made of bones? And at least it's not too difficult to beat these guys, provided that you can actually hit them. Hateful bones. So I guess when they start to get exceptionally hateful, they are going to be attacking the crate, if I was going to guess. What do fish that are just merely skeletons even want with a crate of anything? I think is the better question. Okay. Yeah, it's a good thing that I got all 3 dudes here. Well, I'm actually like taking more damage than I expected. Oh well, last Mega Sandwich for now. It is definitely helpful to have the party members here just to be able to hit these things out of the sand. Because I am not very good at it. And as it is, they haven't even attacked the crate yet, already halfway done. I don't notice, but Emily's got a good, oh man. Emily's got a good, idle type of look. It basically just looks like a fighting game character, but still. Oh, there's one. I can see why you're not supposed to let the crate get hit too much. It only has like 5 hit points in total. Why not? Just to make sure, because I'm sure we got like... Oh no, it's only 4 seconds left. Never mind. I was thinking one more wave, but still. Yeah, there you go. Indeed. All right, and that should cover the basic quests. Now, there is, of course, the matter of, like I said, going and doing the Hermit House, which I am, gotta tell you, not looking forward to. It is... There's another part of it, rather than just collecting the arid lumber that I need, and it's frustrating. But first, all right. Cactone fruit is not really what I'm looking for. If I could get a bunch of arid lumber, I would very much enjoy that. Here's an old book. By the way, I noticed you got the same scar that Leia does. All right, well, at least I got some old bones, if nothing else. Okay, that will do it for that. I guess is going to be what? Like I said, the hermit quest and chests. Enjoy. Normally, this is the point in the episode that I would do a little bit of post-commentary, start jumping between each one of the chests, but Maroon Valley is a little bit different. First of all, I didn't really do my due diligence during the regular episode and missed a couple areas. Whoops, my bad. But aside from that, the other reason that I want to do live commentary is because Maroon Valley is more involved than something like Autumn's Rise or Bergen Trail. It's actually closer to the temple in the way that it's not a whole lot of parkour that you're going to be doing or searching around. There's actual puzzle solving, and a lot of them involve you going back and forth between a bunch of the areas. But before I even get into that, doing the town. There's not a whole lot of chests in here, 5 in total, so it's not too bad at all. I mean, I can get 4 of them right now, and then there's 1 locked chest that I'm going to have to do a little bit later. And also, this is how you get up to the roofs from here. Yeah, perspective in CrossCode is sometimes a little bit funky. Not that it's really going to matter at this point, because I got a path back up here whenever I want to go. And there's one more point of interest here. Yes, I may just be doing something with this later. They're talking about this area in here, which is on fire. Yeah, I kind of agree with Tron there. Like, what? That guy doesn't seem to care too much. But yeah, you ain't going to be doing too much of anything with this. Try as you might. There is an interactable object here, but, yeah. Try shooting it with fire. No use. I mean, unless I just want to hurt my party members. Which, then there's, doing it to great effect. Anyway. Come back there when I have... I mean, I'm sure you can probably guess what it is, but I'll leave it KG anyway. Yeah, locked... I think you would consider that a silver chest. So far, I've seen 3 of them. The ones that I can currently open are bronze chests. That's a silver chest. Then there's the gold chest. Saw that all the way back in the Rookie Harbor, but I think it's going to be a while till I can do anything with it. I mean, certainly I haven't played up to the point in the game where I actually get a golden chest opening key, but I'm sure it's coming eventually. Can't imagine that the Shad are too thrilled with having a bunch of footprints on their solar farms, but hey, you do what you gotta do. I need that chest, man. I do like that they did include this, just because, I don't know, it's a novel, fun little thing. Okay. Anyway, that's 4 out of 5 chests. Oh, which is great, because 36. I got 1 right now. That's from the 1 catapult quest. And I'm sure I'm going to get a couple more there, as well as a few locked chests in there, too. It's going to be a full-time coming back here to get the rest of those in the next episode, or even more in the future when I got to go get the gold chests. For right now, though, I think I can clear out, 28 of them. Start off easy like this one. I mean, you can probably figure out how to get that and this one, too. Like, as soon as you get in here. But like I was saying, you'll see what I mean about these chests getting a lot more complex soon enough. Golden satchels. I think that's just for some extra money, but as of right now, I got 150,000. Last when I end up buying the spiral drill and the giga spiral drill. Oh, Henry. Well, I never remember this dude, do I? Oh, I should also finish the other couple quests here, too. There's the... I think I got, the Mystique's one, as well as the Hermit quest to do. So why not kind of knock those out right now? Normally I would like to do that in the same time that I'm doing the regular quest for the episode, but it's fine. It's fine. We're already jumping around a lot as it is. This chest here, I want to say, is the most involved chest to get in this entire area, because it requires solving 2 different area puzzles to even get over, to like have this thing activate in the first place. You also do our reward with chests, even doing it. Well, anyway, let's get on with this, because it's going to get... Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff to do. Vanilla ice cream and no way to get over there. Can't even imagine how that would survive in the desert, but fine, whatever. Oh, so what's the best way to tackle this? Let's kind of go around the vivid path here, loop up here, and then basically, when I finish that, go from this side, do this stuff, and then loop back around here, and then loop around the bottom, and I think that's gonna be the order of events, for the most part. There's also a lot of shrubbery in this area. Might have actually noticed it due to the whole very disparate different types of flora. Yeah, I was thinking flora and fauna. I don't know why I completely blanked on that. But yeah, it's actually enough to get you up to the 50% mark of studying doing the level 50 quest to explore each one of the bits of flora in the entire world, netting me another like level 35 hat. It's pretty nice. And it's interesting that you can get that so quickly, but I guess it does involve quite a bit of grinding to do it in the first place. Still, really getting there. I just want to see if he has a specific... Oh, his pathfinding is too good. I want to see if... Because Emily had a specific line about falling in the water like that. I was thinking that Trani might have the same thing too. Oh, well. And this is just one of the chests. There's another one underneath the shade of a big, beautiful maroon tree over there. Which, again, you know... Not saying anything, but if they want to name it like the Doc Firebird Memorial Tree in the future, there's an update coming out soon, as I was talking about. Gotta go all around this entire area. Don't fall off, or you're doing it again. Bam, for just a couple chestnuts. And also some omega fruits, but... I gotta say, it's like... The omega stuff always drops something. Oh yeah, speaking of your quest, the omega fruit always drops something, so it's usually pretty easy to fulfill their botanical requirements. By the way, if you're wondering, I have in fact finished this already. It was the raw episode for doing this. If I decide to do it post commentary, was as long as the regular episode, an hour and a half. That's how long it took to do all this stuff. It's... Oh my god, this place is so huge. 35 chests, I think, is the most out of anything, too. I don't think there's any other area that has nearly as many. So... Wait, no, I can jump over here, but no, that just gets blueberry bushes, I guess. So I will be jumping back to that, because I also have the botanics and everything finished at that point in time, but... In fact, there's no real reason that I should be even breaking these things, except out of habit right now, just because I do have another save file, a couple of save files, really, that are more complete than this. This is merely for the video and nothing else. Alright, Hidden Blade, cool, cool, cool. Which, is that an Assassin's Creed reference? Maybe? Here. I'm gonna be doing some kind of, lore episode of Spies and Assassins. There you go. I'm going to be doing some sort of a lore bit at the end of this. Didn't do it for the last episode since it was taking so long, but here I definitely can. Yeah, these anthills. Thought they were termite mounds, but according to the lore bit, they are in fact anthills. Again, really stretch. Wow, okay, I didn't think I would get that there. Anyway, sometimes I surprise even myself. But yeah, really stretching the definition of a plant once again, to no surprise. Oh, yeah, if you don't know what he means by that, they're shaped like tetrominoes. It's very Tetris-like around here. Why? I don't know. They got creative with the shapes, I guess. Self-explanatory as that. And then, oh yes, I shouldn't forget that to even open up that jump dealie, gotta go over here and do a little bit of a tricky shot. Yeah, you guys deal with it, though. I'm going to be doing that. Oh. I am getting good at using these. They have a name. VRPTs? Something like that? Balls. Just say balls. Everybody else calls them balls. Whatever, man. Ha! Parried it. Unfortunately, the projectile couldn't really figure out where it was going. Too bad. Oh, these things are annoying. No, I was hoping to get another parry there just to style on him. Okay, try not to hit the Tim if you can. JonTron there being as pedantic as ever. Again, I approve, but it's also like, I don't understand if you'd agree with Leia there. Oh, no, this is actually where I want to go. The only reason I think there is a place to jump up here is if you kind of screw up the jumps otherwise. Convenience, you know, preventing you from soft locking yourself or whatever. And then going up here, that opens up this. Forgot that you got to do that first. So that's one half of the puzzle complete, but unfortunately not going to be able to finish the rest of it until I loop around the other way. Involved, man. Telling you, it's best way to describe it. What? Reveal your mysteries to me, Cactus. And other objects. I think that's everything for this area, though. Yeah, so next up would be... yeah, I guess going back up here then. All right, let's go. This is where it starts to get real complex as far as the general figuring out how to ricochet shots properly goes. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, also, I don't know why I walked down there. The obvious thing would be that you want to go over here. I'm doing this a little bit late at night comparatively, so excuse me if I'm somewhat scatterbrained compared to usual. I mean, even though I practiced this, like 3 times or something just to make sure that I can do it well. Okay, just get rid of these things. Doesn't mean that I'm going to actually be successful in any way. No, yeah, I think it's that what you want to do is you want to hit it like right on the edge there. A little bit more edge-like. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. And done. Because as I've said before, it's like you don't want to try to figure out the perfect pixel to hit it there. You want to look for, you know, like an area where it looks like it should bank shot properly. Speaking of which, bam. Look for the design, not trying to figure out just how to, not, you know, trial and error experimenting around. This game is fairly well designed, at least as far as I can tell. So it shouldn't be too difficult. It's that whole puzzle game thing where it's like, sometimes you got to think about it, like, you have to think like a developer. How would you design a puzzle if you were going to design one to figure out the solution to something rather than trying just everything? All right, so this area over here. Get another little convenient place to jump up. And this is not quite the area that I just straight up ignored. But, yeah, that was kind of the entire thing, you know, where I was supposed to be, like, going to each one of the areas, and then you would understand what was happening if I was jumping around, doing the treasure chests and everything like that. Well, I forgot about that for this area, I guess. Oh, come on. This jump right here, I just feel like is a little bit funky. Because you're trying not to walk on that little tiny... Oh, yes, it's right here that I want to hit it, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Yes, you can see the witness line that kind of leads over there. Yeah, you can jump up on top of these little rocks, but they also kind of prevent you from walking around in the exact place that you want to go sometimes. There's those good old paw rocks again. But that's not what I'm here for. Yeah, it looks like you could be able to get there from the regular... Oh, yeah, I do also need to go down here, too. It looks like you should be able to get there from the regular... from this area. But nope, you can't do that until you go up here first. And that is emblematic of just this entire area, as it works. Alright, now, I do believe that... Where was it that I want to go? Here, yes. And bam, one more. Get a couple buns, yeah, I guess that's fine. Also does open up a little bit of a shortcut between each one of these areas, but... that one just right out in the open, eh? It also does open up a little bit of a shortcut in between each one of these areas, but it's not that important, really. Like right here? No, I'm betting it's right here. Almost. Very close. Yeah, I just want to angle it so it's hitting the other angle directly above it. Which would be right there. Which would be right there. Which would be right there. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm not editing any of this. You can deal with it. You want to see what the real process is like? Well, here it is, in all its gory glory. Very similar to how I did the Mount Bloom back in Secrets of Grindia. Showed the full grinding process. Yeah, if you went over here, it would just be blocked off until you came from the other way. Some things require passes, some things require that you just mosey around until you can approach it from the other side. One-way doors. Which can be frustrating sometimes. It's pretty obvious which one is which, though, thankfully, so... never really going to be pulling your hair out over it. Now, here's the question. I'm fairly certain from what I remember about the Apocalypse here, screw something up where I meant to... yeah, shoot a shot over here in one way or another. Right. Right, I do think that is in fact the case. Yeah, that I was supposed to go around even more and then hit that pillar from the other side. Never really questioned exactly what those things are. They're like just pillars that you hit. It's very hyper light drifter. I don't know. Well, anyway, get right back up here. Here. And it should just be a hop and a step to get right down to that area and actually activate that switch. Then I should also be able to just go backwards from here too, to get to the jump pads that it opens up. Yeah, this is what I was thinking of. Gotta really pay attention when you're doing this stuff, you know? Also watch out, because you can continue to move during these cutscenes. Which I don't, like I was saying before, I don't really know how much of a speedrun community there is for this game. I'm sure that there is somebody. But it's like the idea that you can move during cutscenes and everything like that is... just feels like it opens up some interesting tech. Let's just say that. Okay, don't want to jump on that one first. You might look at it and you're like, hey, I want to jump on that one because it's right there. No. Opening up the possibility for a chest later on. And also, let's just destroy these guys. Start the music over again, kind of in an awkward way. Why? Because hey, if I'm here, I might as well get Tron's various dialogue on these enemies. Why not? He should have something else to say about those sharks. I remember getting that during the multiple times that I ended up doing this. Because there's a lot of stuff here. I want to practice it at least a couple times. I mean, I'm still forgetting things, even though... All right, well, you know what? I'm just cutting that out. I don't even care. Now, and I do think that, unfortunately, I am going to... because that fight took way too long. But anyway, fortunately, I do think I am going to have to kind of come back from this side, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I do think this area up here is one of the more frustrating bits of this entire thing. Because this, it's a multi-part type of puzzle to get through here, and it opens up even more. Yeah? Oh, come on. And it opens up even more stuff in time after this. Yeah. Come on. I'm like missing it in the most ridiculous way. There. It wasn't even hard. I just made it hard. Cool. And... well, I mean, really just want to go from this area over here. Oh. I didn't... I mean, I think like the easiest way to be doing it would be like from there. But alright, that works too. And chili dogs. We're done with hedgehogs. I don't know why I'm still getting those things. Anyway, so from here, got another area that is going to take some time to get to in the first place. And then over here, going to open up the other part of the multi-puzzle. Yeah, I mean, it's as simple as just kind of going around in a circle, but still. Ugh, it's kind of frustrating to figure that out because there is that one little area there that is blocked by all the anthills that seemingly just exists to make it seem like you're not really supposed to jump over there, even though you are. Thank you, Emily. I feel the same. All right. Well, Thief's Band, I guess that's better. Like, compared to my Straw Hat, though, it's like, get some of them credits, though. But, you know, I'm not really all that worried about getting extra credits. Still, just knowing that I have one extra chest, a +1 in the hopper right now, is worth its weight in gold, I guess. Look, man, showing content. That's the real prize. All right, and can't really get it from here, but I should be able to get it from here easy enough. And by easy enough, I mean extremely frustratingly enough. I might have to go to this from the other side. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be as easy as... unless... no. I think I do have to go at this from elsewhere. Frankly, I don't really remember that one all that much. So it'll be something to look at in the future. Certainly as I'm talking, I'm going to be doing everything, so might as well. So the other side here opens up more of a shortcut comparatively. Specifically going over to this side is the gigantic overpass in this area. And being able to come here is Well, I mean, again, just for getting around this area, I don't know how much I'm going to be back here, but hey, if I end up coming back here a lot, it'll be handy to have those things unlocked. All right, and then also right over to you. So many shark skeletons. Cannot get away from these things. And did I? No, this is the new area. This is the area that I had not been to yet. River Cliff from the overpass. Also introduces another equally inexplicable type of flora coming up here pretty soon. Don't even worry about that. So from here, I think that all I need to do is... I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but... there? Come on. Yeah. A little bit more. There we go. Perfect. Parfait. I mean, I do think that that's probably not the intended way for you to do it. You're supposed to go around to the other side after you open up the little jumping pad there. But hey, I did it anyway, and it worked out super well, so I don't really know how you could possibly argue about that. It's great. Super good, if I might say so myself. Yeah, the way that you get over there specifically is... I mean, I remember getting kind of confused about this for a while, but it's actually very simple, because all you need to do is remember that you can indeed jump on these lilies. It's one of those mechanics that's... it's one of those mechanics that is only sparingly used, but it is... it's a cute thing. Nice, simple thing. Also, yeah, I know I failed at that a couple times. Whatever. Anyway, there. That's opened up now. And, flora. These are piles of bones. Just... they're bone piles. And much like all the other stuff around here, they do have different variants, where there's, like, alpha, beta, and then the omega ones have gold bones in them? And frankly, I don't know. Well, anyway, there's not really too much I can do in this cave, but I might as well show it off anyway right now. Because, yeah, locked chest, and there is one more thing over here. Oh, come on now. There's one more thing over here aside from that, and that is a area that I keep forgetting I can jump up to. A second locked chest that is not of the sort that I can use. Well, if you need any bones, there's a ton of them in here, I guess. It did make farming for the bone pile completion very easy, but, you know, what's that really worth? How much do I care about these dusty old bones, really? Well, anyway, that opened up that. Also, let's see, Tron, you got any more dialogue for the Vultureman? He's got something to say about pretty much every single enemy that I've fought so far, even in the other areas. It's just, oh man, that's going to be a trek to go back to each one of those parts, just to get that. And right over here, going to be very frustrated as soon as I remember that I can't actually do anything in the next area from this point yet. Oh no. Whoops, my bad. Well, there is still stuff I can do. Up here specifically, to start bank shotting some more stuff in a kind of frustrating way. But at least I got that first try this time. Some of these things I've been pretty good at, and a lot of them I haven't. I'll be the first to admit. So yeah, that's going to be for the Cat in the Car quest soon enough. Well, soon enough. The next episode, which hopefully will not take multiple weeks to do. Okay, well, there is obviously a way to go into the next screen from here, but can't really do much of anything just yet. Because as soon as I get over here, big wall in the way. Gotta break that wall down. Unfortunately, then there's two more walls in the way. Yeah, no, whatever this item is, because I don't remember, they definitely don't want you getting to it. Alright, but I can still do some stuff around here nonetheless. First off, create a shortcut, and then second off, from here, jump here, and then this jump is tough. But I did it first try that time. I don't know. I failed it multiple times before. I don't know what I was doing wrong, if I'm being honest. Yo. Well, here, let's get the actual lore about this entire thing. Should probably go look at a lot of these, whatever this tab in the records are, because I am pretty interested in like the world outside of the game type of thing, as I talked about. Yep, there we go, Milky Way Galaxy. As I talked about quite a bit earlier in the episode. I don't know, I just think that it's like I always tell kind of the quality of the lore of something by its, very minor tertiary aspects. Something that doesn't really matter too much in the long run, in the context of the game and the like, but I don't know, it's interesting anyway. Get out of here, dry shrub. I'm not doing anything, not here to do anything with you. Alright, and then the other one is as easy as coming up here and just shooting right in this area. Okay, all three walls down, can go back to the previous area and figure out what is in that chest. Because again, I do not remember. I do remember the Thief's Band, because that one was just so frustrating to get. And I'll say again, hour and a half of combing through this desert, trying to find each one of these valuable and not so valuable treasures. But it's worth it. It's worth it for the content, for the video. You understand? I have no regrets. Each one of these treasure chests is just another badge of honor to wear on the... Well, that was embarrassing. Anyway, we got Lucid Shard. Maybe it might be useful for something, but I have no idea what. Anyway, back to the Barren Arcs. And how am I doing on chests right now? 25. So I only got 3 left because, like I was saying, I got 28 total in the previous, in like the canon episode, I guess. If these things are supposed to look like anything, I do not recognize it. Unlike the Tetrominoes, which I could. So, I don't know. Anywho, nice little shortcut here. Not that, again, it really matters all that much. The other thing, though, is this, which is actually a pretty tricky type of thing to get. But, like I said, you look for the areas that look like they should kind of work with each other. That should be able to bank shot stuff properly, and then you can get in here easy enough. Now, if only I can remember how to get all the way over to that thing. I can't believe I hit that there. What? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm glad I'm recording this. I am recording this, right? Yes, okay. I don't know. It seems pretty obvious. How else would you be able to get that? Wow. What a god gamer I am. I mean, I want to make sure that it is pointed out once again. I cannot be stopped. Oh, it was amazing. Anyway, do have to go around, though, to get that chest again. And there's one more that I'm missing. Where is that now? Because as far as I can remember, I think I've gotten most everything. Here, one area that I didn't canvas well enough. I mean, the arcing stones, just generally the middle area around here is a little bit difficult to kind of check out in a lot of ways, but I don't know. I should have gotten pretty much everything, right? 27 of 30. Huh. What's the last one? Overpass? Yeah, the overpass maybe. Well, I guess I will do a look around and then cut right to it. Oh, it is actually right here. Well, never mind. Forget about cutting to it. It's right there, as it turns out. Yeah, no editing required. Okay, and that is all of the chests, at least that I've been able to find so far. Let's check out a little bit of lore. I do want to go look at the Milky Way galaxy stuff, because I guess that's where we are. Yeah, general, I guess, would be the thing to do. And then call it an episode. Instantainment. What is that? Limited Liability Corporation? LTD? I don't really remember. No, that's LLP. Or LLC. Oh boy, I am tired. Also, its current version is I-69? Okay. So, I mean, there's... just seems to be, yeah, it's a video game. You know. The Crescent, etc. A formable material called instant matter. So I guess it's basically just like a 3D printing a bunch of people. Which, you know, sure. Why not? Also, I noticed that, yeah, it is they play as a Seeker. I thought it said they play as the Seeker for a second, which would have been ridiculous. VRPs, other terms, balls. There we go. There you go. Virtual projections. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you're making like 1 million of them at once, so why not? Yeah. I mean, not that that stopped... World of Warcraft's way to fix the idea of buying the in-game gold was to just make it so that you can buy it directly from Blizzard. Cut out the middleman. Fair enough. Yeah, that's... typing... the lack of that is absurd. Reminds me a lot of... you know, some of the improvements, upgrades to some programs that take away, that, you know, in an effort to streamline things, take away features that existed in previous versions of it. Only 50% complete, though, I noticed that. Wonder what else that's going to include in the future. MMO takes place on an actual moon, circling a gas planet. I mean, it's like, I'm well aware of what the Milky Way galaxy is. What is it in this universe, though? Quantum porting. This is actually the point where I remember them saying that no other sentient life has been found. Yeah, I knew I had read that somewhere when I was playing the game previously, but I didn't remember exactly where it said that. Novus Terra. It's like, yeah, it's a very sci-fi thing to call stuff. I'd also be interested in the Old War, but don't really have any information on that yet. Probably the thing that the many odd journal entries is referring to, if I was going to guess. Speech desynchronization. Oh, sure, you have like perfect control over your hands and fingers and everything like that, but nah, speech? Too difficult. Actually, it probably is, now that I'm thinking about it. It is a very complex type of thing. What am I even saying? All senses are tightly connected. 1,500 years ago, which gives kind of an idea of how long people have been exploring the galaxy here. Yeah, people were wondering if some of the characters are going to die when that one avatar attacked the solar, and it's like, nah, in reality, each one of the avatars is virtually extremely weak. And then, yeah, Neutralizer also seems to be just extremely effective. Seems like a lot of stuff is powered by solar energy around here. I mean, I would imagine that if, depending on where you are in the galaxy, it's probably more or less useful to just install, I wonder if there are like Dyson sphere levels of technology in this universe just yet. I don't know. And strange logs. Unknown origin. Oh no, this is Old War territory, so I guess that's not a log from then. It's just a log from the area where it took place. Yeah, Phoenix, nice. Well, it seems like you're finding one of these logs in each one of the towns, so next time I get into a new one, I'm definitely going to have to check that out. Until then, that should do it for now. Next time, another duel.